Hello wrestling fans, the Wrestling Wizard here and welcome to another video. Now I know I've already done a WrestleMania 40 predictions video, however it was some time ago and it's safe to say the match card has changed. So this is a super final up-to-date WrestleMania predictions video. And as always, of course, as wrestling fans, feel free to jump into the comment section, share your thoughts and opinions and your wildest theories along the way. Now there's a lot of matches, so we're going to go through these quite quickly, but let's kick things off with night one and start with Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch for the Women's World Championship. I'm still sticking to my guns. I'm going for Mami, the Eradicator, Rhea Ripley to retain. I can't see Becky getting the W here, but I think this match is going to be a 5-star match. Moving on to Gunther versus Sami Zayn for the IC Championship. Originally, I went for a shock upset and Sami Zayn winning, but I've changed my mind. I'm going for the ring general, the dominant Gunther, to retain. I don't think right now they're going to push Gunther into the World Heavyweight title scene. That will come in time, I'm sure it will. Moving on to the 6-pack tag team ladder match for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship. That is a mouthful, isn't it? Now my prediction still remains the same. I know not all participants were included in my predictions video previous, but I'm going for the Awesome Truth. Purely because it would be such a feel-good moment. I wouldn't mind A-Town Down Under, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller getting the W, to be honest with you. They gel so well, but I think the Awesome Truth are going to get the victory. And of course, there's going to be friction between Judgment Day members, Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Maybe Damian Priest cashes in his Money in the Bank briefcase in anger later on in the night. We'll have to wait and see. And of course, that brings us on to Uso versus Uso, Jimmy versus Jey. And my prediction still remains the same. I think this is going to be a banger of a match, but I think Jey Uso is going to get the victory. It'd be interesting to see how things play out post-match. Do they hug it out, or Jimmy just viciously attacks Jey and that storyline continues? We'll have to wait and see. Now, of course, that brings us on to the 6-women tag team match. Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill and Naomi versus Damage Control. I'm going for the face team in Bianca, Jade and Naomi getting the victory here. And I think for a while we're going to get Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair trying to outshine one another. Inevitably, one of them is going to turn heel and they're going to have a matchup probably at next year's WrestleMania. Jade versus Bianca would be electric. But for now, they're going to remain on the same page and the face team are going to get the victory. Moving on to the men's side of things in terms of a tag team match, we've got the LWO members Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar and Dirty Dominik Mysterio. I actually think the face team are going to win here. I think they're going to hold off on a Carlito turn. Inevitably, Carlito is going to turn on Rey Mysterio. Poor Rey Mysterio. Poor Rey Mysterio. I feel like everybody turns on him, but Rey Mysterio didn't pick Carlito and he looked pretty gutted about that. He picked Dragon Lee instead. They might swiftly move on with this angle and actually have the Carlito turn at Mania, causing Santos Escobar and Dirty Dominik Mysterio to win. But this is a Triple H error and his style of booking is slow build, long-term storytelling. Now, of course, that moves us on to the matchup that everybody's going to talk about on night one. The tag team match between the Bloodline members, The Rock and Roman Reigns, taking on Cody Rhodes and Seth freaking Rollins. Of course, if Cody Rhodes and Rollins win, all members of the Bloodline will be barred from ringside during the undisputed WWE Universal Championship match. If the Bloodline win, then of course it will be Bloodline rules in that main event of night 2 match. I'm sticking to my guns, and I think The Rock and Roman Reigns are going to win, and I think it's going to be Bloodline rules in that main event. So, of course, that's night 1 out the way. Let's move on to night 2 and kick things off with Seth freaking Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship. My prediction still remains the same. Drew McIntyre, I'm sure, is going to defeat a very bruised, a very battered Seth freaking Rollins. How is he going to come out of that tag team match in one piece and take on a 6'5", over 260 pound Drew McIntyre? I can't see it. I think they've slightly given this one away with the promotion material heading into Clash at the Castle. So I'm going with Drew McIntyre. Now moving on to the singles match for the women's WWE Championship. Iyo Sky versus Bayley. It kind of feels like Bayley versus Dakota Kai. I kind of feel like the champion Iyo Sky has kind of got lost in the background. As of late, they've done a better job of sort of hyping her up. She is champion and has been champion for some time, but I think it's going to be the face Bayley overcoming the odds, overcoming damage control. There's going to be attacks from damage control left, right and centre in the match, and she's going to get the victory, and fans are going to be loving it. Moving on to a very personal rivalry, which has taken a lot of television time up on SmackDown in LA Knight versus AJ Styles. For me, LA Knight needs this more than AJ Styles, so I'm going with LA Knight. I think he'll get a massive ovation. I really think he will, and I'm also looking forward to hearing a potential new entrance theme from AJ Styles, one that fits his character a little bit better than the current one. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with AJ Styles post WrestleMania, because I still feel like he's got a lot to give, and he's in the shape of his life also. Moving on to the triple threat match for the WWE United States Championship. Logan Paul, the champion, defending against Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. I think it's going to be Logan Paul. He's going to use the brass knucks, or maybe you get some outside interference from someone, but I feel it's going to be Logan Paul retaining. Randy doesn't need the title. Kevin Owens doesn't need the title. Logan Paul remaining a dirty heel champ just kind of makes sense. And I hate to use Zayn, but it's best for business, right? Moving on to another personal rivalry in terms of the faction side of things. The six-man tag team Philadelphia street fight between the Pride, I hate that name by the way, and the Final Testament. The Final Testament have been getting the one up on SmackDown, which makes me think reverse psychology here, and the Pride and Bobby Lashley are going to get the victory. Just as you think, they're hyping up Karrion Kross. This faction's great, yes. I just don't think they're going to get the victory on the grandest stage of them all. I just feel that Bobby Lashley, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford deserve the victory. I dig them as a team, I just don't dig their name. So of course we finish off with the main event of WrestleMania 40, the match that everybody is talking about. Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship. I think Cody Rhodes is going to overcome every obstacle against the odds. In a Bloodline rules match, I feel it's going to go that way, and he's going to become the new undisputed champion. This match is going to be chaos. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Stone Cold Steve Austin, John Cena, maybe potentially Cody Rhodes' family members such as Dustin Rhodes. I know it's a far reach, and Dustin is in AEW and signed to AEW, but hey, never say never, and I believe we're going to get that sight. Cody Rhodes with the pyro going off, his family in the ring, tears left, right and centre, celebrates as the new champion. I don't know how they're going to get there. We're just going to have to wait and see that play out. But I also don't think that's going to be the end of the conversation. I actually think the closing image is going to be The Rock and Roman Reigns in a stare down, and inevitably that sets up WrestleMania 41 in their inevitable matchup. Maybe Roman Reigns blames The Rock for losing, or maybe The Rock feels that Roman Reigns has let the bloodline down. He's let his family down by losing the championship match. Loving Final Boss Rock. I think it's one of the best versions of The Rock we've ever seen. But as I said, I kind of feel that Cody Rhodes and The Rock is where the money is at the moment. And Cody and Roman in their match is kind of getting put in the back burner. But that's just my personal opinion. And of course, to close, we are going to talk about this, by the way. There's no way we're not going to talk about this. This will be in a separate video when the time is right. Of course, it's still a little bit raw. Having watched that Bray documentary, I got very emotional. I don't feel in a million years like I could put up a video about it right now. But I will do in good time. We're never going to see Bray at WrestleMania, and that's just absolutely tragic. We're never going to see his final creation come to light, and I just feel really sad when I think about that, but we will do a video on that. And of course, get down in the comments section, share your thoughts and opinions on every single prediction that we've made along the way. Don't be shy, don't feel like you can't share your opinions, say what you think. Thank you so much for watching the video. As always, it'd be very much appreciated if you could like the video, share the video, and even better, subscribe if you're new, and we'll catch you in the next one.